Come on. Come on. Hey, easy. What's the matter with my phone? Come on, Tobis. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday morning. It is 7 a.m. here in middle of Michigan. It's a gorgeous morning. No rain, no snow. Beautiful skies. Look at this. Everything for a beautiful day. Good morning, Enoch. Did I pronounce that right? N-O-K. Good morning. This is Toby Dog here. Toby Dog, we're out for our morning walk. Finally, the weather's nice enough for us to get out. This winter was horrible for dog walking. It was so cold every morning. And you know, here in the USA, we've got that goofy time change every year, twice a year. That messed up our whole morning live stream. But now we're back in full effect. How's everybody today? Hey, Sack, how you doing? Looks like you're living the dream. No, not really, but we're having a good time. We're living our life, and it's a good life. Look how green the grass is. All the trees have buds in them. Look, that tree right there looks like it already has leaves. Spring has sprung. I believe it is about 48 degrees Fahrenheit out this morning. I actually got a hoodie on underneath a flannel. But it's a beautiful morning. There's no dew on the grass to get my dog all wet. Oops. Looks like he's going to make his business. Where are we from? We're from Michigan. I live about 100 miles north of Detroit. And we clean up. Let's come over here and clean this up. We always clean up after this dog because it's the best thing to do. We don't leave messes in other people's yards. Hold on, Tobe. Wait, little buddy. So give me a second here, fam. Finish cleaning up. Wait, Toby. I always clean up after this dog. Hey, Assad Danger Brand. What's going on, my man? Toby, #1 dog. I hope so. He gets enough airplay. Whoops. Wait, Tobe. Wait, little buddy. I'm still dealing. There we go. I'm still dealing with his mess here. Let's see if we can get it cleaned up good. Yeah, I don't like to leave messes in other people's yards. Now we're all set. I can put it in my pocket. Right in the pocket. And we go and put it in the trash. we don't leave a mess in other people's yards. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. We got up early this morning. We've been up for a few hours, but we're just now leaving the house. When we get back, we got to get ready for the dog show. We had this is dog show weekend for us. Toby's a border collie. He's not a champion yet. We still need our 2 majors. We got to have 2 major wins for his championship. We've already got all our other wins under our belt, and now it's just a matter of getting to the big shows where there's a lot of entries. We're going to go. Yesterday, we earned a reserve winner's dog. So he got 2 ribbons yesterday. He won his class, which is the open, and then he won reserve winner's dog. And two of the 3 dogs that won our breed yesterday, that won the ribbons in our breed yesterday, Toby has beaten those 2 dogs multiple times. Multiple times. It's just different judges. Different judges see things different. There was a friend of mine that's a dog show judge, and she came ringside and watched us watch the whole thing. And of course she told us that, if I was voting, you guys would have won, because Toby is definitely the best dog of the bunch today. So we're going to go back again today and give it another shot. Yeah, he won his class, which is open dog. He was first place open dog. But we didn't go farther. We didn't get any farther than that. We didn't make it out of the class ring. Because another dog that we've beaten, we beat him every time we face him. We beat that dog. And but this time, that dog beat us. So the best of breed we've never beaten yesterday. The dog that won the best of breed. But the dog that won best of winners, we've beaten that dog multiple times. And the dog that won best of opposite, we've beaten that dog multiple times. It's just we ran into the wrong judge yesterday. Maybe today will be a different story. Hopefully, huh? We can't get a 3-point win there. The most we can get is a 2-point win. And we don't need a 2-point win. We need a 3-point win. So my theory for going again today is that even though we can't get what we need in the breed, we're going because we want to win our breed and go to the next round where we can get enough points. If we can win our breed and go place in the first one or 2 of the group ring, then it's very, very possible we can get a 3-point major out of it. And that's what we're looking for. Hey, Wamoyu. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Wanga lady. Good morning to you from my side. We're getting our morning walk in. I got too many clothes on already. I'm going to have to stop here in a second and take this flannel off. I thought I needed multiple layers this morning, but it's already, just since we've been out, I've already gotten too warm. Give me a second, fam. Let me set you down. Wait, Toby. Wait, Toby. There we go. I had to take my flannel off and tie it around my waist. I'll get too warm. Back in action. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Look at that. Look at the beautiful, beautiful grass. Sun's coming up. It's going to be a nice warm day. And we've got to drive an hour. It's only an hour away. We don't have to be there until 11:30 a.m. But I like to get there like at least an hour early. So we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave in a couple hours. Come on, bad boy. He just took off after a cat. Poor kitty. Did you guys see the news? Did you guys see the news? I just watched a news program. Last night was a big dinner here in the U.S. for the press and the president. They call it the Washington Press Corps dinner. And both the president and the vice president were up on stage, and there was gunfire outside. Somebody went to shooting outside the venue, not inside. And they got they hauled the vice president out of there so quick. But Trump was super slow getting out of there, and then he fell down. It was kind of funny. But geez, you can't have nothing these days without people going crazy. They need to leave that Trump guy alone and let him do his thing. He's trying to do what's best for the world, not just USA. They need to leave him alone and let him work his magic. He's making things happen. Anyhow, I thought it was worse than it was because I hadn't seen the video, but early this morning I got to see the video finally. Trump needs to. The guys that are guarding the vice president need to work for Trump, but not the vice president. They had the vice president out of there so fast, but Trump was left behind. It's kind of funny. Hey, Ideal Eileen, good morning. Good morning to you. From my side, good afternoon on your side, right? Or good evening already. I know you guys are like 12-hour difference. Yeah, we're just out getting our morning walk, getting our exercise. Exercise is so important, especially for old people like me. Get out and walk. And now I wouldn't, if it wasn't for Toby Dog, I wouldn't be out here walking like this every day. Toby Dog drags me outside. Thank goodness. The dog before Toby Dog had me outside walking too. He was a great dog. And the dog before that dog was a little tiny dog. You only had to walk him around the block a couple times, and they were all done. The Pekingese. But Toby Dog's got to go for miles. Miles and miles. So Toby Dog's good for my heart. I wish the kitten could come with us. That would be fun. The new cat that we got, Toby's cat, I call him Tommy Kitty. He wants to come outside, but I haven't let him outside yet. I don't want him to disappear on us. Because cats in the neighborhood, when they're outside, they don't seem to last long. They last longer, they live longer when they're inside cats. Wow, what a beautiful morning. I wish y'all were here with me, walking along. 2 million in the building. How about some thumbs ups, fan? Do we have any? Yes, we got 8, thank goodness. Can you see the plane? Whoops, we've got a little tiny airport by us that little planes like this fly in and out of. I had a friend decades and decades ago. He was not a friend, but an acquaintance from high school. And he had his pilot's license when he was young, as a teenager. And when he was a young guy, he had a contract where he would fly over the lake and the bay and count boats to see how many people were out on the boats for the Department of Natural Resources. Isn't that cool? He's not alive anymore. I think he actually died in a plane crash. Come on, little buddy. Why don't you walk with me? He's getting all wet and dusty. I'm going to have to wash him. I'm going to have to wash his belly and his legs before we leave and dry him off. I think my blow dryer's in the car. Toby's got blow dryers, believe it. Big industrial one for dogs, and then a small, like a human-sized one for when I don't need the big one. Come on. Yeah, he's wet. Gonna be wet and nasty. So yeah, we go today. We'll go for our dog show. Hopefully we win today. I'm ready for a best of the dogs that are there today, that are going to be there today. We can beat them. Like I was saying, there's 7 of them, and 3 of them we've faced before and beaten. So hopefully it all comes together today. He's looking marvelous. Look at that hair on him. Look at his fur just glistening. Just a gorgeous dog. I saw a lot of nice dogs yesterday. One of the dogs that we wanted to see, because I'd never seen one before in person, is called a border terrier. And I just wanted to see one because, Toby's a border collie, and border terriers are from the same region. They were developed in the same region over in England, Scotland, Ireland area. So I wanted to meet one, just to check them out. And sure enough, when we were getting ready to leave, there was one getting packed up too. And I got to pet him for just a second. He snapped at me. He started growling and barking, and he was going to bite me. But nice little dogs. Fierce little dogs. Terriers are fierce dogs. I've been thinking about having another dog, a second dog, for the dog shows. But I don't know if I want to do another border collie. I am the pilot. Yeah, Toby's out in front as usual. Let me look at these. I don't really watch the chat when I'm walking, because I'm trying to keep from falling. So I don't know if I want to go with another Toby dog, and then I'll have to run around. If I get another Toby dog, then at the dog shows I'll have to either have help. Well, I'll have to have help. Somebody will have to show one of the dogs for me every time. So that's one of the reasons I don't want another dog like Toby, but I want another Toby dog so that we can have babies, a girl Toby dog, a girl border collie, so we can make the puppies. But when it comes to the show, then you got to have help, all kinds of help, because you can't hold 2 dogs at the same time. Hello. I see people do it all the time. They show one dog and then they run out of the ring real quick, hand that dog off to a helper, and the helper hands them the other dog and the dog number, and then they got to Jesus, come here. Then the handler's got to switch the numbers and switch the dogs, and everybody's waiting on them. Toby, hold on a second, fam. Hey, knock it off. Knock it off. Jeez. I need both hands. But if you have different breeds show dogs, then you just got to go to the other ring and show your other dog. You don't have to have help. You're not frantic. Because like what happens if both your dogs make it to the final ring, you're only going to be able to handle one of them. You're going to have to hand your other dog off to somebody else. I've helped people like that before show their second dog at the last second, you know, when they come out of the ring and say, oh, I need somebody to show them. But I don't know if I want to go through that myself. Hey, Leo Money, this is a Border Collie. This is Toby dog. He's 3.5. He's 3.5 years old. He's a purebred. And he's a show dog, too. I show him in the conformation rings. We're working on agility right now. The agility course, that's what we're learning right now in classes. He's a natural. He does really well. He can do... the teeter-totter is the only thing that he makes him nervous. Going up and down the teeter-totter. That's the only thing that makes him nervous, but the rest of the course he just whips right through it. He runs through the tunnels, he can make all the jumps. He can run up and down the planks and over the wall and all that stuff. Up and over the A-frame wall. He can do all that. And he's doing the weave pulls pretty good too. We only practice the weave pulls once a week, but he's really knocking it out. He's going to be a great competitor. Ricky Spanish, what's going on? Ricky Spanish. Good to see you again. Come on. That's a kid. That's a little puppy. Come on. How's it going? Come on, Bubba. Toby loves every dog. He wants to come and meet him probably. That's what he's sitting down on me. Is that Chihuahua?
And miniature Doberman.
Oh, a miniature Doberman?
Both.
Oh, a mix.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Now, was the mama or the daddy a Doberman?
Don't know.
You know, what an odd couple, huh? Come on. There was a little teeny tiny dog over there. Yeah, Toby wants a little brother. Toby loves dogs. Toby loves all the other dogs. He wants to play. Every time he sees a dog, he just lays down and wants to show the other dog that he's not a threat or he's no problem, you know. He wants to meet and play with every dog he sees. Even the mean ones. But when the mean ones come, he doesn't put up with it. He's the nicest dog. He's the nicest dog until the mean dogs give him a hard time, and then he gets pretty scrappy. Come on, come on, come on, come on, leave it. I can't let him just eat anything in the grass. That's what he was looking like. He was finding something to eat. So one of the things I worry about when I'm walking him is if he's going to find something to gobble up so quick that's not good for him. I've had to pull chicken bones out of his mouth, out of his throat before on dog walks where he was choking on the chicken because he found it laying in the grass. We've adopted dogs before. Right now we're doing show dogs. Right now we're doing show dogs, but we had adopted dogs before. We had a rescue Pekingese, we had Irish setters, poodles, rescue dogs, but now I'm into the show dog. I didn't intend to be into the show dogs, but when I got Toby on a pet contract. He was just a pet dog. But then when he started growing, he blossomed into this beautiful, beautiful border collie. So Now we're a show dog family. He's a beautiful boy. We win a lot, but we haven't had big wins. We haven't won the whole dog show yet either. That's a near impossible. Winning the whole dog show. You're doing good if you can win your class and maybe win your breed. But to win the whole dog show is, I'm not going to say it's beyond us, but it would be a pretty far stretch. Although, don't get me wrong, every day when I go to a dog show, that's my intention, is to be there at 5 o'clock getting the crown put on him, all the pictures taken, everybody clapping. That's what we want. But in all reality and actuality, it's probably not going to happen. We did good at a dog show a month ago where we made it to the group ring, and he got second place in the group ring, and the dog that took first place went on to win the whole show. The dog that beat him. It's not impossible, but it's improbable. But we go and try, let me tell you. We're going to go give it our best shot. The shelter was full with dogs, and people don't adopt. Please always save animals. Yes. You know my dog club? We make donations. We make donations to the dog shelters from our dues and the money from our dog shows. We make all kinds of donations to help animals and women's shelters. Last year we made a donation to the police dog fund. We make all kinds of donations with our show money. Our show is in September, I believe. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time. The only problem is, to get to the big dog shows, they're in different states, and Toby and I are going to have to travel to different states, and it costs a lot of money. And I don't have a lot of money. I work, I keep my home up, keep the grandkids with presents, things like that. But I don't have the money it takes to go to all over the country to the big dog shows. Our Biscuits for Toby fund, like Buy Me Coffee, and all the super chats and super stickers, membership money, all that goes to Toby. Last week we went to the dog food store, and we got all kinds of treats for him, for Biscuits for Toby. And that's what we're going to spend all that YouTube money on. All of it. Dog shows and dog treats. How's that? So don't be stingy, fam. Every dollar you give to Toby means he gets to go to the next dog show. Try to be a superstar. Yandel Goodheart, welcome, welcome. Did I pronounce that right? How are you? How are you? Hey JJ, where are you watching us from? We are in Michigan, in the USA. North of Detroit, like 100 miles. Somebody looks like they just now got rid of their Christmas tree, huh? That's funny. Yes, we're out for our morning walk. We go every morning, usually if it's not too cold. This winter we had too many days we didn't go. If it's below 20 degrees out Fahrenheit, I don't walk them. And it's hard on me to walk below 25 degrees. But we do. We got to keep them exercised and fit. Come on. Maryland, oh cool. USA. Normally I have a whole lot of foreigners, lots and lots of people from outside the U.S. in our streams. We do a night live stream too, an overnight ASMR or jazz, light rock, help you sleep, help you concentrate if you're on the other side of the world working or something like that. And we usually play clips, video clips, just all kinds of random stuff. I use a lot of AI on the night stream. Some nights it's Toby videos going with the music, but most nights it's AI border collies. I'm having fun with that, and that runs usually from 7 to 7 or 9 till 7 a.m. You could come visit us there also. So we normally walk an hour, and however much distance we cover. There's some days we walk an hour and a half, 2 hours. We've even had a couple of 3-hour walks with this dog. The big dog before Toby, the Border Collie Aussie Shepherd mix, him and I walked 2 hours every day at minimum. And then we had once a month we'd take like a 5-hour walk, or all like circle the town. We've got rail trails that go all the way around town and through town, and that's what we used to do. But Toby doesn't go that far. The other dog was probably about the same height as Toby, but maybe 10 pounds lighter. Toby's a real heavy dog. He's what they call big boned. You know how when you say somebody's big boned, they're not fat, they just big boned like that. He's in the dog world, they call it having a lot of bone. He's got a lot of bone is how they describe it. Meaning he's a big heavy dog. Now his breed standard goes for the adult males is from I believe it's 18 to 22 inches at the shoulder, right between the front two shoulders. And Toby goes 20 inches. And most of the dogs that we compete against are under 18 inches. So Toby's head and shoulders above everybody usually. We're normally, 9 times out of 10, we're the biggest border collie in the ring as far as size-wise goes. And in my region, the judges in this region, they like smaller border collies. Don't know why. The judge a month ago was telling me, on the Saturday judge was telling me, yeah, your dog, he's got a lot of bone. He'll do really well in the AKC. We were at a UKC event. We normally go to AKCs. But we were at a UKC event, and the judge was telling me, the dog's got a lot of bone. Here in the UKC, we normally like them smaller because the smaller, wiry dogs can work all day, where your big bone dog there, that guy there couldn't work all day. And it made me think, right, you don't know Toby. But anyhow, that's what the guy told me. And I already know from being in the AKC ring that in this northern region, they like smaller dogs. I don't know why. But they tend to pick the little ones. Now, if you go south, southern states and out west, they like them bigger. And that's what we keep getting told is, you need to take him out west, you need to take him down south. That costs money. I would need 500 members on my YouTube channel to cover that. One of my newest YouTube friends, he's only been at it for maybe 4 months, 5 months. But he's very, very, very busy every day on the YouTube. And he's got over 500 members already. 500 paying members. That's crazy. I thought I had a lot when I hit 50. But that's nothing. You need to take him to the dog park. He will play there with and lots of friends. Nah, We don't go to dog parks, and I'll break it down. Not anything. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but we personally don't go. We used to go years ago. We'd go every once in a while, but when he was just a little puppy. But the reason we don't go to dog parks is because Toby goes to the vet regularly. He has all his shots, even all the extra stuff like the flu and whatever they can give dogs immunizations for, Toby's got it. He's regularly going to get his heartworm and all that stuff checked. And I'm going to tell you that all them dogs at the dog park, that's not the case with all those dogs at the dog park. Probably half of the dogs at the dog park, they don't have all their shots. And that's what you want to avoid, is be putting your dog in situations where they could possibly be around other dogs that are sick. So we don't go. Plus, one of the contracts I signed for training says that I'm not allowed to bring the dog to the training class or to school until 2 weeks after a visit to a dog park. So that's another reason not to go, is that we'd be missing classes and daycare and all that. And on top of that, all that, just the shots and stuff like that, then people don't clean up after their dogs at the dog park either. Not everybody cleans up. So your dogs are out there running around and who knows what. All the mess, diseases. Not to mention if your dog gets attacked by the other dogs, you don't know those other dogs. When Toby goes to school, he knows all the people in school, all the dogs at school. All the dogs at school are immunized because you got to have your shot records to get into school. You got to show your shot records to get into training classes. So, yeah, just like a kid, you know what I mean? You wouldn't send your kid into the leper colony to play. Same thing with your dog. You got to think of it the same. We must look out for them because they can't look out for themselves. But he loves other dogs. He went to school. He hasn't, let me see. Doggy daycare school. He went for 3 years. When I first got him, he was 4 months old, and he went 2 days a week for almost 3 years. Plus we take classes a couple nights a week for different things. Like right now we're doing obstacle course. What's it called? Agility. We're not in any other class. We're not taking a confirmation class or a obedience class right now. We're just strictly doing agility. But anyhow, he's been into school for years, and he's a great dog. I recommend that kind of stuff. So he went to school for almost 3 years where he was with the other dogs nonstop. And Toby's such a gentle soul that at the school, they put him in the pen with the new puppies when the new puppies would come, so that the puppies would get used to being around big dogs that weren't attacking them, you know what I mean? And the old lady girl dogs, they'd put Toby in the same pen with them because he doesn't cause no problems. He loves everybody. And everybody loves Toby. I had a friend that lived right here in this house back in the 90s. I think he lived here for 10 or 15 years. Till his wife died, poor guy. With babies at home. With little kids at home, still his wife died. Oh, maybe they weren't little. But still. She made this I used to hang out with them all the time, and she would cook this. They called it hot water cornbread. I don't know what it was. I think you mix, when you make your cornmeal mix, you use hot water to mix it with, so it gets fluffy, and then they put it in the pan with deep fat to deep fry it. Oh my gosh, it was like a deep fried pancake. Come on, hey, we're gonna make it down to the river. We're like 3 blocks from the river. We'll go. Wait. My knees are toasted, but we'll walk down here and y'all can see the river. We're so close. Wow, now that's a number. Hey, Loving Grape. How many numbers is in this? Holy smokes. That's like how many licks does it take to get to the bottom of a Tootsie Roll, right? Or to the center of a Tootsie Roll. Crunch, the world may never know. Yeah, that's a different one. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer, we've seen you a couple times here now, and we're subs to your channel, so we're gonna give you the blue jacket. Here we go. How's that? No, I didn't scroll. Oh, let me look back here. You know, when I'm talking, I don't really read the messages. Yeah, no snow here now. No snow here now. Winter's my favorite season too. Even though I love to garden and I love to be outside with the dog, winter is actually my favorite because I love the snow. I just love snow. Even Toby loves the snow. Toby and I lucked out being buddies because he's a winter-loving dog and I'm a winter-loving dog also. Oh, we need to cross this field, but there's someone on the sidewalk already. If we cut across the field, we can get around her probably. Let's see. We're trying to get down to the river, and that's the sidewalk we take. How's everybody's day so far today? This is we're in the morning right now. It's almost 8 o'clock. We're gonna go down here to see the river for 5 minutes, and then we gotta head home because we got a dog show to get to. Hey, chill out, Toby. We've got a dog show to get to. But first we gotta see this river. I didn't want to walk across the grass because there's some dew on it. End up with wet feet. That's no fun. Come on. Is that the puppy? Hello. Come on. Let's keep moving. Let's get down here to the river and y'all can check it out. Now, if you've seen, like the last video I had of the river, it was frozen and we were walking on it. That was a couple of months ago. We haven't posted very many videos or shorts recently. Work's been a bear. I'm working too many hours to deal with my YouTube. But we'll get back on it sooner or later. Look at that fence fell. Oh, the posts are all rotted out. I guess they've been here for a while. These are condos on the other side. That place is probably 15 years old already. That set of condos. Here we come, coming out of the woods. Yes. Good warning. Be careful of the ticks. It's tick season, and I don't think the fleas are out yet, but they could be. But I know the ticks are. Toby takes, I think it's called Heartgard Plus, where it's not only got the heartworm medicine, it's got like 3 medicines in it. It's a chewable. I used to use the topical drops because I didn't want to give them the internal stuff. I'm not really a fan of it. It's like, how safe can something be that you give it to them once a month? You know what I mean? And it's supposed to keep the bugs away for a month. Is it really safe? And on the warning label, it says something about seizures. But he's got to have something. And last year we just battled the fleas. It was horrible. He was getting flea baths every other day, and taking the flea pills that make the fleas drop in like 5 minutes. He was taking that stuff every day, multiple times, and it wasn't good. So I broke down and did what the veterinarian suggested, and I gave him the internals. And the fleas cleared up right away. The fleas are gone and didn't come back. I've never found a tick on him, but when we got Tommy Kitty, he had like 5 or 6 ticks on him and was covered in fleas. He was in a bad situation. We won't go into it yet. Then we'll save that story for another day. But yeah, when we got Tommy Kitty takes. They don't make internals for the cats. They make drops. I guess you can give cats medicine through their skin with drops. You can just put drops on their skin for their medicine, and it goes right through. Yeah, last year we battled the fleas. They were even in the basement. Like I would go to do laundry, and all of a sudden, pop, 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 there's fleas all over my legs. Oh my God, we battled. They were in. We finally figured it out. One of my dog trainers broke it down and said they're in the yard. You got to spray the yard for the fleas. I had never heard of that before. And before I did that, that was the same time that I started giving him the internals. So as soon as I started giving him the internals, and the cat was getting his flea stuff, the flea situation like stopped. And it like a couple like I kept vacuuming every day, and within a couple days after giving him the medicine, there was no fleas in the carpet. And I sprayed the basement a couple times and killed the fleas down there. Isn't that crazy? Last year was the first time that we've ever had to battle fleas in all of the 40 years I've had dogs, 50 years. I've never had a flea problem. Never, ever. But I guess the fleas, they're last year or the year before, they became, how you say it, where the bug spray doesn't affect them. For whatever brand we were using. I can't even remember the brand of the drops we were using. But even the vet said, yeah, you can't use that anymore. It actually works as an attractant now. Crazy. But we're down here to the river. We finally made it. Pretty nice, huh? Last video we shot down here, it was covered in ice. And we were walking in the snow. It's when the animals can have fleas covering them and it not bother them. But if they're allergic to the bites, that's when it bothers them. And Toby's allergic to the bites. So he, in like a day or two, he had ripped half the fur off one of his sides by scratching. Not down to, he broke the fur off. He wasn't like bleeding skin or nothing like that. But he had dug a whole lot of fur off, and it kept us from going to a couple of dog shows last year. It was heartbreaking to have that deal with. So the groomer cut all his hair off. She had to match it to the shortest hair, and it took months. It took all winter. He's just now starting to look good, like a month ago. His hair is so short, even just a month ago. But he's starting to. It's all coming back now. Even his mane and his bib, it's had to been trimmed a couple times already. So the hair's back. But yeah, he was looking like a smooth coat for a while. His hair would be, If he hadn't gotten shaved last year, his hair would definitely be a lot longer than it is now. In all the little critical places, like under his belly and on his legs. Hello. Come on, Toby. He's soaking wet. When I get home, I'm gonna have to give him a mini bath. I'm gonna have to wash his belly and his legs. His belly and his legs are wet, and when they're wet, they pick up all the dirt. So when if he felt his belly hair right now, it would be all gritty, full of dirt and sand. But we'll get him cleaned up before we leave. We're gonna walk one more spot here, and then we're gonna head right towards the house. We're gonna make a direct line to the house so we can get cleaned up. Not only does he got to get washed, but I got to get in the shower too. We have to be there for our ring time. The ring time starts at 11:40 a.m. But I think I counted 17 dogs ahead of us. There's like 5. We're like the last breed of that group for that ring at that time slot. And so in the other breeds, there's like, I think I counted 17 dogs ahead of us in the different groups. And you count 2 minutes per dog, so that's 34 minutes. So if our ring time is 11:40, we more than likely won't be going in till 12:15. But you got to be there and be ready, you know. We like to get there at least an hour early so I can walk him and he can go to the bathroom and relax. The best is like an hour and a half, 2 hours early. That way that he can relax and get into the swing of it. We can wander around, visit people. See the ducks? And it's an hour drive, hour and 10 minutes by the time we stop for coffee. That's a goose. I can see him flying, but you guys probably can't. I've eaten right here. I ate there one time 10 years ago, Real Seafood Company. It was probably longer than 10 years ago. I wasn't impressed. They do a lot of business, so I imagine people like it. I wasn't impressed. High dollar seafood. Look at this sidewalk, isn't that cool? This is all new construction within the last 10, 15 years. Come on, come on, come on. And it's all tax abated. We don't get no tax money out of none of this. But we spend money, the city spends money maintaining the streets and sidewalks and all stuff like this. Yet we don't get any tax dollars out of here because of the tax abatements. Come, come. Nice little restaurant. I've eaten there a couple of times, and this is right here is a coffee shop. There's a lot going on down here. There's a whole new building right there. That's all brand new. They're still building on it. It's going to be a medical building. Most of the things, businesses down here are medical, as far as down in this area of town. They call this Uptown at River's Edge Development. My house was full of fleas a long time ago, says JJ. Builders Met says they got the crabs. Oh my goodness. My neighbor's wife gave them to me. That's too bad. That's too bad. Are they like Alaskan king crabs or something like that? Are they the big ones? Are they pinching your little thing off? My. You need to go see a doctor for that. They make medicine. Hey, animal lover, what's going on? Welcome. We're just out and about, getting our morning. Right there, City Hall in the middle of the screen. Built in the 1800s. Giant building. Up in the clock tower, I actually worked up there once on the roof when I was a construction worker. Back in the late mid-90s. Yeah, all these buildings here are under 15 years old. These here are under 10 years old. Lots going on here. I used to come down here with Charlie Boy. Charlie Boy and I used to come down here and play frisbee in these open spaces. He was a frisbee catching dog, let me tell you. He could jump so high and catch that frisbee even in the dark. Toby, what do you think about me talking about Charlie Boy? You never even met him, did you? I wish he had met Charlie. Toby wouldn't be such a prima donna if he'd have met Charlie. Yeah, Toby's prima donna acting. I let him get away with too much. He's a spoiled little baby. Now Toby lives the good life. Toby's living the best life a dog can live, except for he doesn't get to run free out in the neighborhood. He's always either in the yard or in the house or on a leash. You know, when we go on the rail trails or out at baseball fields, things like that, I let him off the leash. And eventually, maybe next year, maybe the year after when he's a little older, he can walk off leash through the neighborhoods. I would do it now, but there's just too much traffic. And he doesn't. I've been teaching him traffic for 3 years. I don't think he gets it. I think things like that come from a mama dog teaching him to cross the street. You okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, little buddy? I see you sneezing. Isn't he just the most beautiful dog? This way. There used to be some rabbits over here he used to like. Come on. A rabbit hole. If I know there's something around for him to sniff or to look at, I'll take him by it. Like his favorite, the rock in the neighborhood that all the animals go to the bathroom on, I always take him by there on the dog walks, even if it's the opposite way. When we come down here, I bring him down by these trees. Last year there was rabbit holes here, and he got to smell rabbits. I don't see any holes today. Toby dog. Wait for me, and we'll cross the big street. Wait. Okay. I'm here. Looks like we get to go right across. Oh, we got traffic coming, but we're moving. We are moving. The knees are starting to give out. Whew. I tell you, I'll have to take a I'll have to take a painkiller to get to the dog show today. So this is going to be our last show for a while. It may be our last show until July 4th weekend. Toby needs 2 3-point or higher wins to finish his championship. We're sitting on enough points that our two 3-point wins are going to take us over the point total that we need. You got to have 15 points, and you got to have 2 3-point or better wins in those 15 points or more. So we don't have 3-point wins are so rare here in Michigan. It's like there's only one weekend out of the year that you're going to get that, and that's July 4th weekend. That's the weekend that we have our the Great Lakes Border Collie Club has their Border Collie specialty. And it's down in Monroe, Michigan, so we got to stay the weekend and all that. We went the last 2 years. Never won anything, never got a second look. Hopefully this year's different. Hopefully this year's different. We got a different groomer this year. She's really got him looking marvelous. He's perfectly groomed. Everywhere I go, I take him. At the dog shows, everybody's been telling me, "Oh my God, your dog's perfectly groomed." And a lady I went to high school with has taken over the grooming. Excuse me. Not that our last groomer was not good, but this lady here does more show dogs than pet dogs, where the last groomer was more of a pet groomer than a show dog groomer. Yeah, he's looking so good. But anyhow, yeah, it's going to be a while unless we go out of state, and we don't go out of state yet because it costs so much money. This is where our farmers market used to be. It was a big covered pavilion, went from that end of the block all the way to this end of the block, and it was here for over 100 years. There was a restaurant, see where the excavators are? There was a restaurant there that had been there all those years. It was called the Roundhouse. And the politicians snatched it from us. They found a loophole in the deed. It was a gift deed over 100 years ago. They found a loophole in it that they could exploit in order to take the land, and they took the land from the people, and now they're going to build a government subsidized housing for people that don't even live here now. But yeah, they took this from us. This was a wonderful, wonderful spot. My entire childhood, I'm not going to say it like revolved around this place, but my entire childhood we came here and played as an adult. I came here just about every weekend when I was here in state, in town. I was down here every weekend. They had flea market on the weekends. And the place would be packed with vendors and people buying, and being the farmers market on 2 days a week. I believe it was Tuesdays and Thursdays. The farmers would bring their produce in, and it was a big canopy here, a big awning, like. And now we've got nothing. So they relocated the farmers market to the north end of town, and it's on the end of a street, and it's gravel. There's no canopy, there's no restaurant, there's no bathrooms, there's no nothing. It's in a very bad spot. I don't even see how any farmer trucks will be able to get in there to drop their stuff. You know what I mean? No pavement, no nothing. We got screwed over by the politicians again. The politicians in our town they make the craziest moves. They do the silliest things with our tax money, like the bridge situation right now. The city commission, we pay taxes for our bridges, but most of the money goes to the workers' wages, and a lot of it goes to the retirees and their health insurance, things like that they should be paying for themselves. Anyhow, don't get me started. We've got 4 bridges that cross the river here in town, the river that splits our town in half. 2 of the bridges are owned by the state. See you next time, Jennifer. You be good. I'm glad you came by. And you took the land from... No, they bought it. Fool. You realize you're talking to a native, right? You probably don't realize that because you're just sitting behind the keyboard. I'm sure you didn't investigate before you popped off, right? Anyway, no, all this land was bought. I guarantee you. Anyhow, yeah, they wrecked it. So we've got 4 bridges that cross the river. 2 owned by the state, and 2 were owned by the city. Well, the city's they screw off the money, the tax money, and don't take care of things. Look at the potholes in the street. Look at the potholes. They're not taking care of nothing. But anyhow, so one of the state-owned bridges is down for reconstruction, and there's a boycott on the 2 city-owned bridges. The politicians, in their great wisdom, decided to sell them to a toll company. They leased them to a toll company. The toll company came in and rebuilt the surfaces, and now they're charging over $5 each way to cross. Nobody's using the bridges. These politicians, I tell you. Here, 3x2. Let me show you a picture in the mirror. There you go, 3x2. That's a mirror shot for you. How's that? Hey, Krishna Creations. How's it going? Oh, you've been timed out here before. That's funny. Hey, Krishna Creation, welcome, welcome. You catching us near the end today. We're about done. We're on our way back to the house. We got to get ready for the dog show. It's dog show day. We went yesterday. He didn't win, but we had what do you call it? Reserve winner's dog, they called it. The other dog got the points. We got a ribbon. But better luck today. Two of the 3 dogs that made the final cut in the border collies yesterday, we've beaten multiple times. So it's just a judge thing. Hopefully today we get the right judge. Hopefully today we get the right judge. Thank you, Wamoyo. Thank you, Wamoyo. These people on this YouTube, I tell you. So now we had a troll yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before, Friday. Maybe this will be the year we get a bunch of trolls. Up until now, up until Friday or Saturday, what's today? Sunday. Up until Friday, we had less than a dozen trolls hit our channel. You know what I mean? Some people get trolls all the time. We rarely get trolls. Come on. Come on. But that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and you don't have your name on here, so most people just say whatever they want. And some people look for trouble on YouTube. Yep. Well, thanks everybody for coming to visit. Thanks for coming for a walk with us. You know, we walk now that the weather's broke and the time's right. We're going to be walking every day again. Try to leave the house between 6:30 and 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Michigan, East Coast, USA, and join us. Come on back. Like I said, we walk every day, and we also have a live stream at night, the ASMR live stream usually, and we visit there too. But we're not walking then. Hey, Miss Daisy May, welcome. It's been a minute. We haven't said hi to each other in a while. Thanks for coming by. We're out on our dog walk. We finally the weather's fine enough to get out and start enjoying again. You know, when it's under 20 degrees, I don't walk him. And when it's under 25 degrees, I don't like to go. So now that the weather's finally broke and the time changes here, we can get our walk in. Today we've got dog show. Hey, Miss Daisy, you're here with how did you lose your blue? Oh, you sent a Sunday. That's why it's not in blue. That's why it's in gray. I didn't get that. I didn't get it. Hey, Helen, welcome. Now I'm happy. Now I'm really happy. My friend Helen's here. Everybody say hi to Helen. Everybody say hi to Helen. Helen's my most favorite YouTube channel. She's the reason we are here even. When we were just a little baby channel, Helen scooped us up and held us in her arms and nurtured us and walked us, taught us how to walk and talk and be proper on this YouTube. Everybody say hi to Helen. Yeah, without Helen, we probably wouldn't be here. Hey, Helen, do you know who's back on? Is EJ, Trucker EJ. I saw him they had a post last week that said we bought a new truck and we're back on the road. So I imagine he's going to be on live streaming again soon. Anyhow, it's time for us to go. We got to say goodbye. We got to get cleaned up. I got to actually give Toby a mini bath this morning. You can see how dirty he is. You can see the dirt on his legs, and I'm sure all under here is all dirty. Yeah. I got to get him in there and rinse him off real good, and then dry him up and take a shower myself. We got dog show today. But we're, like I was saying earlier, this is our last small dog show. At this point, if there's not a major award to be earned, we're not going to be going. So it's like we'll enter, we'll pay our fees to enter, buy our ticket. But if there's not going to be a major win there, we're not going to go. We'll just walk away from our money. Because if we go to a small dog show and there's not a 3-point win there, and we win anything, it doesn't help us. And then if we're winning, we're taking points away from other dogs. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to anybody? We'll be taking points away from the other dogs that need the 1 or 2 points, and we don't need 1 or 2 point wins. We need nothing smaller than the 3-point win. So we probably won't be to very many dog shows in the future until we get those 2 3-point wins, and then we'll be at every dog show again after that. But from now until then, we don't need those points. We don't need 1-point wins. We don't need 2-point wins. We need our 3-point wins. And after July, if we don't get our 2 3-point wins that weekend of July, that first weekend in July, then I am going to send him out with a professional handler for a month. However long, it might take less than a month to get him his 2 3-point wins. To send him out for 3 weeks a month, it would cost like $1,000 USD. But even though I never set out to have a show dog, he deserves to be finished. He deserves to get his title. He's such a beautiful dog, and once he does, then we'll have more opportunities for breeding. That's what we're looking for. That's why you champion the dogs up, is so that the other owners will bring their dogs for breeding, and you'll get more puppies or make money. No, I'm not in the suit already. I'm still in my regular clothes. I've got to bathe him. We've got to leave here 9:30, 10:30. We got to leave here by less than an hour. And I've got to bathe him and dry him, and then I've got to bathe and dry myself, iron the collar on my shirt, and go. I've always got to iron my shirt collars. I don't like the way if they're not ironed just right, the way I like them, then, and drive an hour and 10 minutes. Anyhow, it's time for us to say goodbye. I'm just going to say goodbye. I'm not going to look for the redirect because I won't be able to go. I don't want to redirect you, then not go myself, and I don't have time to go. Excuse me. So we're going to say goodbye, and let's send everybody on their way. Thanks for coming to visit. I sure appreciate everybody's time and energy and all the conversation we've had. Let's have a wonderful day, everybody. I know we're gonna hopefully knock on wood, right? We'll see you later, fam. Bye. Enjoy your day. Game over. Yes, ma'am.